what does a monkey, my 10-year-old daughter, and a computer all have in common? This is what they all have in common. They can all sell on price. There's no skill associated with that. Like I said, it's literally just taking orders, inputting it in the computer. It comes out less. Okay, cool. You should switch over and do business with us. And that's the reality of it. And doing that, typically what happens is people deliver what they like to call apples to apples quotes. And so many of you guys use this term, and you know the ones that do this. And this to me is like literally like the devil's apples here. You never want to do apples to apples quotes. What this conversation is going to teach you, and what I'm going to show you over these next couple of weeks, is how to compare apples to watermelons. I'm going to teach you how to create a custom quote specifically for that customer to where they can't really compare that back to that apple. You can't compare the price of a watermelon to apple because they're different. But the way you create that watermelon is creating a custom quote of everything that customer says is important to them. And it's our job to help them to understand and know what's important to them, and to have them actually say it's important to them. That way, when we offer that watermelon to them, it becomes important to them to buy it today. Does that make sense? So if you're selling on price, you'll eventually get beat or replaced, and that's the reality of it. So the reality is, if you sell on price, there's always another company that'll be a lower rate, right? If you're captive, this is really, really a big issue. If you're independent lease, you have options there to deal with other company options there, but it's still always an issue if you bring them on that way. When people buy from you just to save money, guess what? They're going to leave for the same reason. And so if you create that culture where you're bringing people in just on price, that's going to always affect your retention as well. Next is call center employees can quote a lot more people a lot faster than we can in our agencies, and that's the reality of it. And they're just doing it on price. Those Geicos and Progressives are out there just doing it really fast, just going through quotes all day long and just trying to adjust the prices down to make it where they're competitive or at a lower rate and just winning people that way. And the last thing is that websites can give millions of quotes per second faster and cheaper than what us as agents can pay for our team or staff to do it. So all these are the challenges that are associated with selling just on price that I want you guys to really be familiar with. Excuse me. Not knowing how